But one coach, mate, who will... Look, I think should be under the spotlight, and I was shocked when they re-signed him last year. That's Adam O'Brien. There is evidently a big clean-out coming at Newcastle. Saifidi's been linked away. I think he'll sign with the Dragons sooner than later. Club captain, Jaden Brayley's been linked away, and I don't blame him. He's not worth what he's earning. There's other players that have been linked. I don't have any concrete proof of that, so I don't want to mention here. I think Adam O'Brien's the one that should be on the way, mate, because they were running, third last year. Kalen Ponga went into Dally M form, dragged him to a finals. They fluked a finals win, then got wrist hold. They've been terrible all season. They're in the exact same spot. Ponga's on one leg, and they don't have the forward pack they did last year, and they don't have Dom Young. I think he's the one that needs to go.
Yeah, look, I'm actually a fan of Adam O'Brien, the person, and I do like what he has done at Newcastle because he hasn't gone out and tried to grab every big name that was available on the market. He's doing the right thing for the small clubs like Newcastle, and he's trying to do the junior path, and he's giving you Fletcher Sharps and those kinds of guys the opportunity to come and play footy at the Knights. I think it's a never-ending cycle at Newcastle where they get a coach, he does okay, they fall back down to where they probably should be on the ladder, they have a bit of a decent run, they re-sign him, and then they've got to sack him and pay him out. I think with Newcastle, you've just got to pick and stick, and they're never going to attract an elite level coach. Again, let's be honest. So you've either got to develop a coach, or you've just got to stick it out where it is at the moment. The expectations of the Knights every year, they're not a powerhouse club. No one this year predicted them to be in the finals. I predicted them to win the finals, sorry. You and I debated about whether they were going to be in the top 8 or not. So, I don't think he's floundering too much. And if you have a look at the injury crisis that he did have, and I know you're going to turn and say, but Penrith have one as well. Penrith have a talent stream that is never to be seen again. This is generational what they have. This is not what Newcastle have at the moment. And they don't have someone like Andrew Johns who can go and bail a bad team out and win them a premiership. If they sacked him, whatever. If they don't, whatever.
What are your thoughts on Saifidi and Brayley possibly leaving?
Well, Brayley should leave the NRL. His body's letting him down. He should be on a plane over to England with Luke Keary, getting his payout over there. Daniel Saifidi is a strange one because a couple of weeks ago when it was rumoured that he was out, I would have loved Cronulla to have made a play at him, especially when it sounded like Royce Hunt was going to leave. I don't know if the Dragons is the right move as well when you see what their roster consists of for the next couple of years. He should be looking to punch up, not punch down or punch sideways. He's a good player, and if you put him in a Melbourne team, he would be absolutely unbelievable. You put him at St George, it's just going to be much of a muchness.
Yeah, I was shocked to hear Saifidi, to be honest, especially Daniel. I thought maybe Jacob. Because I know they get bundled in being twins. It's going to happen there.
Yeah, Daniel's the far superior one.
Origin. Yeah, I just thought Daniel was a better player, but he's probably the one that they know will get someone to pay full freight for. Yeah. With Jacob, they will pay 80. They're in a position where they need to balance the salary cap, and it's all because they're paying a fullback who's worth about 800k, 1.5 million. Now, I know that's hard to say because Ponga single-handedly dragged them to a final series. They had no right to be anywhere near last year. So I get it, 100%. He came back, we've seen a different team. I know he didn't play particularly well in Origin, but I thought he got Brad Fittler, he got picked without a real plan there, so I'm not going to blame him for that. I think Newcastle got on a little bit of a run. I think they've left it too late. I can't see last year happening again because that came on the back of Dom Young and Greg Margie scoring 100 tries too. There's no Dom Young and Margie's not the same player. I just think that they need a reset up there. They need a halfback. They've re-signed a couple of okay players, but they need a halfback. And I know it's easier said than done, but if they were to bring... I go back to the Luke Brooks thing a couple of years ago. If they'd signed Brooks, I feel like they'd be a step ahead. I know it sounds funny being on how negative I've been about Luke Brooks, but I thought he needed a separation from the Tigers, and I thought Newcastle was the answer. Couldn't get it done. I don't feel like they had a plan B. I'm with you though. I don't really want to see O'Brien sacked. I just don't think he's anywhere near the coach they made him out to be at the end of last year. I think Newcastle are a year or two away from doing anything, but watch this space.